Hello, welcome to this video, or at least the introduction of it, right? So on our characters, we did all that. We did the career agents for both of our all characters. We did the final two missions, that's all we had to do. Then we transported everything to the perimeter trade hub, and now we're in Jeddah. So all we did was just took our destroyer, we took it to Jeddah, and we bought some things. So we're just waiting for rockets to trade. And we also changed our mind on this power diagnostic system, right? We were going to be trading energy upgrades too. We can actually even just drag it right from here. We don't even need to go to the skill tree. We're going to trade this to get this power diagnostic unit so that we can equip something on our ship, the medium shield extender. But actually, we found these close range weapons do more damage, right? So let's just check that out, right? Let's just remove everything. Let's just go kind of like to our old setup was, right? So we just remove all these things. Remove everything. And if we go to high slots, before we were using, railguns? Railguns, then we switched to blasters. So if we go to small, we go to like 125 millimeters. These things were the ones that fit. I wonder if we could even fit 150 millimeters. No, we probably couldn't. Alright. Then if we had the ammunition on here, we just throw ammunition antimatter charges. So now we're doing 82 DPS, right? If this thing wasn't on. Let's just put our old one on. Let's say if we had the civilian missile launcher with this. So we'd be doing 84 DPS. That's alright. Oh, it says that we can't even fit everything. It says we can't even fit everything with this. Well, if we took that off, I guess we put this on, right? We did have this on before. Originally, we were doing like 73 DPS, but that one enemy, our bad Dagon regenerates like 100 hit points per second. His shield regeneration is insane. So something we can do is increase our DPS to over 100. Our DPS pretty much has to be over 100 to beat that Sisters of Arc mission. So instead of using rail guns like we have been, we exit simulation, go to our guns. Now we're doing 127 DPS. And we also got the rocket launcher. Alright. So we can't quite activate it. Can't quite activate it yet. We need a little bit more CPU, right? Which is why we're going to take this thing off. So all we've been doing is just in the Jeddah station, and we're looking at our ship. We're actually looking at our ship at the perimeter place. But if we take this multi-spectrum shield off and show this small shield extender on, maybe it would help a little bit. But it would allow us to put this weapon on. So now we're doing 134 DPS. So now ship's doing 134 DPS. The only problem is that we have to get within like 4,000 meters of the enemy. This one's what, 4,500? Yeah, we have to get within 4,000 meters of the enemy to even hit him. We have to get within 4,000 meters to hit him, but then we're doing 134 DPS. So let's just check this thing, right? How far is this thing? Is this thing much different? 6,000 meters. I mean, the difference between like 4,000 and 6,000. That's not really too much, right? Optimal range, you have to be with like right up to him. You have to be right up to him for optimal range with that one. It's only 6,000. So I wonder if we should just go with antimatter charges with blasters, because the range is barely any different. We just need this for the last mission, that's it. Then we got a small shield booster here, right? We got the small shield extender, 1 MN afterburner, and then we got the damage control here. Then we got a damage control, and the magnetic field stabilizer. Yep, so if we click on the icon here, we go search for low slot items. We're searching for turrets and launchers, and we found magnetic field stabilizers. Show information. It says grants a bonus 2 firing rate and damage of hybrid turrets. So we found that one right there, magnetic field stabilizer. We could buy that. It didn't have any requirements. Weapon upgrades 1, gunnery 2, you start with that, so you don't have to trade anything. And it just increases our DPS, right? 116 DPS, 116 DPS, up to 134 DPS. So it's just a way to get our DPS over that 100 DPS cap if we go to do that Sisters of E mission. Plus, we're going to get the surgical strike, right? 3% bonus to damage, plus this small hybrid turret, 5% bonus to damage. And then we're just going to go into a laboratory operation. So I think we can just take Energy Grid 2 off for now. Maybe we can use it on a different ship in the future or something. But since we don't actually need it, we can take it off. Same with Small Hybrid Turret 3. We had a Small Hybrid Turret 3, but then it's going to take over 3 hours to train it. And it gives 5 more percent DPS. Maybe we do want it. Maybe we do want it still. But we do want a laboratory operation just so we can set up our science jobs. Just so we can make them do science. So you can do some type of science. Set up some blueprint research things. So you might be trading on these characters for a little bit. I'll be trading on them for 18 hours. 18 hours if we do it this way. If we don't need the hybrid turret, it's just 15 hours of trading. So we're looking at the research, 5% manufacturing research time, metallurgy, 5% material efficiency research time. So this is going to help us when we're researching blueprints, make it quicker. And industry 2, right? Go to the production tab. Advanced industry helps with researching blueprints. Plus 3% reduction in manufacturing and research times. So we're just getting things to get ready to get this character to be a laboratory alt. And by the looks of it, if we just trade surgical strike to 1, small hybrid turret to 2, should make him just do a little bit more damage with them. 5% bonus to rocket damage. Considering we just have one rocket, I don't think it would add too much. But if there was something in the gunnery skill, right? Maybe we'd add it. But everything takes so long to trade on an alt character. So there we go. We'll level these up. Do we end this clip? Maybe we pause the video. We're working on something downstairs. We were cleaning up the place, right? While we were waiting for your skills to trade, you can do something around the house, then come back. So to that, we'll have to bring our other character here too. So maybe we'll trade these. We got to get our other character over to this place. Yeah, that's right. We got to get our alt. So now that we figured out a build for this on this character, all we have to do is do the same thing for our other character, right? So just go here, go to this person, and we can just set up the destroyer the exact same way. So what we're going to do this Sister of E mark, right? We should do it pretty soon since we have a ship capable of doing it by the looks of it. So we have this ship here, right? We're at this station. We put everything here. We just have our ships. We dismantled everything. And all we have to do is fly to the legitimate trade hub. So we're using a small shield extender. We figured that out. Maybe a small shield booster. And what was the other one? There's something here. Maybe it was a small shield extender. I think this thing was too expensive, right? This thing was too expensive to put on. Our ship couldn't handle it. Then we just take all these things, right? Ungroup them, take everything off. We had a new type of blasters for it. We had a new type of weapon for this ship. So we'll just bring our ammunition with us. I think this thing, we didn't need it, right? We can just leave everything in the perimeter place for now, right? It's not too much. We just got $2 million worth of things. We can figure out how to sell them later. So this is what we had on the other character, right? So all we have to do is just like from this place, the Tranquility Trading Corporation in the perimeter system, we can search for anything, right? We can search for maybe Plex is usually the easiest. Search for Plex, Unit 4, Moon Culinary Navy Assembly Plant, set destination over here. And then we just have to fly over there. Then we can fit our ship. Just because if you're trying to fit your ship out here, we're trying to do that, right? We're like, let's fit our ship out here. And some stuff is so much more expensive over here, right? We can fly to Jeddah, buy this gun for 11,000. Or we could buy the gun out here and it costs like 50,000. Same with the module, right? It was like half the price over there. Stuff's twice expensive over here in perimeter. So I guess we're just going to Jeddah then. So we come back when we knock up, right? These guys might try to scan us, might see if we're holding hundreds of millions in our bank to try to blow us up, to try to steal it. So you have to watch that. Make sure you just don't carry anything too expensive between perimeter and Jinnah, unless we set up a safe spot. Unless there's a reason to bring anything over there, right? It might turn out that it makes more sense to just bring everything to perimeter, sell everything at perimeter, and then just come here and buy anything. Then that way we don't have to actually transport anything, right? So a way to get closer to it, right? Sometimes these places you might land like 1,000 kilometers away. Then you have to fly to it. If you activate your afterburner, you fly to it quicker. So we got that thing, right? We'll just end up on this character quick. So all we had to do, right? High slots. We already know what we need. Turrets and launchers, hybrid turrets. We're looking for blasters. We're looking for small. And how we found the biggest one, right? So it's just to fit on everything on our ship except for the weapons. So that's usually the last thing. So we go here. We're able to get this. We need to get the rocket skill. We need to get the rocket skill to be able to use it. So the rocket skill book was actually being sold here at Jeddah. So if you go to missiles, we went here with bought the rocket skill. The rocket skill cost 30,000. That was it. And then when we trade this, we trade this skill. Then we'll be able to use this, right? We just have to get this level 1. So we don't actually need energy upgrades 1. Hybrid turret 3 we don't need. So this character is trade everything. He's trained everything the other character has, except for the laboratory operation skills. And the other science ones, right? There's research, metallurgy. So you can even set this up quick, right? That by the time we go to our other character, so we're gonna go take a short break after this, go do something, come back. He'll be trained up a bit. Then we can put stuff on here. We do always in the production tab, right? We need industry up to level 3. Industry level 3. You have to click something else and come back. Industry level 3 unlocks advanced industry, which would help our research faster. So we just pretty much get these on all characters. And then laboratory operation 4 or 5, work towards that. Then she gets scientific networking, mostly focusing on the science tree here. So you're going to be doing that. So do you already have like a surgical strike? Yeah, you do surgical strike, small hybrid turret 2. Then we started trading hybrid turret 3 a little bit by the time we woke up. Then we stopped it. So we used to get rockets, laboratory, everything's here. That's it. So we could buy everything for it, right? Then we can pause trading on the other account and then resume it on here when we're done on that. 9 minutes doesn't take too long at all to trade. So we went to the high slots, right? Then we went to missile launchers. Then we went to rocket launchers. Then we bought the rocket launcher 1. Rocket launcher 1 costs 50,000 here, see, right? So they're selling it for 60, 25,000 in some other places. But over in Jeddah, it's 50,000. Which is actually not too bad. So if we were to drag this thing. So we put this on here. And then when we could use it, we could activate it, right? We need the skill first. But if we show information, we just click the eye over here, right? We hover over the turret. We show information about it. Say used with. We can find what kind of ammunition it uses. So what we did is that these weapons are like kinetic and thermal damage. So we got the merchant rocket, which is EM damage, which would help against shield ships. Which doesn't get matter too much. Rockets isn't most of our damage, but we do get this thing, right? So we have view market details. We just buy 1,000 rockets for the ship. There's only 700 available here. So we buy 700 of these rockets. Then we buy another 300 for the next person. And then we got 1,000 rockets on here. So there we go. I always have to equip that once we get the weapon. And then in the bottom slot, right, we did get that. We did get this, magnetic field stabilizers. So we can just view market details, buy this. We already know this is the thing we want. This is the thing that increases fire rate, and damage of hybrid turrets. So we can drag this onto our ship. And then we just need the weapons, right? So we could simulate the ship, go to hybrid turret, blasters, small, and we can see what the strongest one is, right? Power grid 57.7, power grid 54.7, power grid 53.7. So this works for all the weapons too, right? As you look at the railguns, we can see 75, we got 59.7, 125, we got the 54.7, and the biggest gun we got 52.7. So the easiest way to tell what is the most powerful gun, the one that requires the most to fit it, is just to simulate and then hover over it. And you can just tell what the most powerful gun is. So we go here. This is the most powerful gun. This is the one that took out the most CPU. We try to equip it, see if it'll fit, and if it doesn't fit, then we just go down to the next one. But we know this does fit, right? This fit does fit. But if this didn't fit, if it said you don't have enough CPU, like we'll show it these things, right? If we were doing railguns. If we were doing railguns, we couldn't fit all of them in this. Maybe we could. We didn't try it yet. Yeah, see? So now we can't actually fit these. These guns are too big for the ship with the defenses that we have. I guess this thing just adds a whole bunch, right? If we disable that, we'd almost use them. Almost use them. Yep. Since we do this exit simulation to reset it, we don't need to simulate the ship, right? Exit simulation, hybrid turrets, go to small. We know this one's the one we're buying. So we just need to buy 7 of them. Buy 7 light neutral blasters. Equip these to the ship. Equip these to it. Go to our inventory, put the antimatter charges here. We're probably gonna have to buy more. And this ship is 137 DPS. It's a little bit more, that's right. It's a little bit higher. A little bit higher because we got these skills, right? We got a small return 3, we got surgical strike. So that's gonna raise his damage a bit. All we need on him is to get the rockets skill, that's it. And then this guy as well will be able to do the Sisters of Eve arc. So that was our goal. We just wanted our alt characters to be able to do the Sisters of Eve. So this character, he's all set up. Maybe we'll go buy some more ammunition, right? We got these things. Antimatter chargers. Maybe go buy some of them, right? Not sure how many we need. Maybe we'll get like 2,000 or 4,000 or something. We're only using this type of ammunition, are we? We're not going to bother using the other type of ammunition if the range difference is like that. Yeah. So we can just go with, let's just get 2,000, right? We already have 2,000. If we go with 4,000 antimatter charges, hopefully that's enough. We throw these rockets in here, stack everything, get rid of these iridium charges. Or maybe we just bring them just in case something happens, right? Just in case we need these for something. Like, just in case that these can't hit them or something. We're not sure. Something might happen where these come in useful. 750 minus 2, right? So we can just type in 750 minus 2. Then that would just bring our iridium charges up to 2,000. So we're just going to go with, I guess we have over 4,000 antimatter charges. 5,000 antimatter then, right? Bunch of iridium, a bunch of rockets. And then let's we have this character set up, right? He's all ready to go. All we have to do is log in, trade rockets, takes 9 minutes. This person, once this is done, we go to our main character and start trading him. So by the time at the end of the day, our main character will be trading, right? So these are trading. So he's pretty much the same spot, except he just doesn't have these 2 skills. Yeah, the other character, his DPS is higher without even having the rocket. So let's go do something, leave for a bit, come back, let these trade. But that's it. That's this clip. We'll pause it, because it's only, 19 minutes. We'll pause the video. We'll come back later. Alright, so we're back. So this is actually a little bit later, a bit over an hour later. We found some stuff to do around the house. And even if there was something to do with the game, right, we could find something to do with the game. But on our other character, we have trained the surgical strike at the small hybrid turret. And then he was pretty much ready to start training a laboratory operation. So at that point, we pretty much switched to this character, and we started him training. So now this player character can actually use rockets. So just set that up, right? It was like 144 DPS. So 137 DPS up to 144 DPS, right? 144.4. Alright, so we got that set up. We got our ship set up to go do the Sisters of Eve arc, we hope, right? And then something else we're going to do, right? If we could, oh yeah, the rigs. We're also going to put our rigs on the ship. So if we go to this little hardware button, might as well just put rigs on it, right? So what we chose, we just filter out the rig slots. That's it. That's this one. We go to click on rigs. Then it pulls up a whole bunch of different types of rigs, right? So we could get rigs for anything. We could increase our damage if we want, or we could just increase our resistance. So I think since it's just a basic ship, maybe we have enough DPS. I don't think we need too much more, right? Let's just fill these holes. So I think for the Sisters of Eve arc, it sends you all over the universe, and it gives you all different types of damage to deal with. So what we can do is go to the shield rigs. Then we get a small shield rigs, right? So we just go to the shield rigs tab. Then we click simulate. And then as we hover over them, we can kind of get an idea what they do, right? So increase our shield amount, or the thing that we're looking for is just to increase our shield resistances here. So shield resistance is right here. Here's our shield amount. We have 8% EM resistance, 26% thermal, 45% kinetic, and 54% explosion. So if we hover over these last ones, these ones increase our resistances, right? As we hover over them, we can see what the difference is. So if we were to use this explosive one, right? They give a penalty. Like, it's not going to give the full amount, right? If we were to get the explosive one, 54 up to 68, so it increases it by 14. And if we get the EM one, increases 8 up to 36. So that's like 28. So it's twice as effective then, right? Basically, it does like 50%. Whatever this is, it does. So whatever the value would be, it would be 54% of that. And then as you get higher, whatever the value be would be 68% or whatever it was. We'd hover over the explosion. 68% would be the next one. Or it's like 87% less effective. The next one's 57% as effective. Something like that. But overall, since we're just going to be dealing with different types of damage during this, I think for this ship, we're just going to get our resistances plugged. So if we go with the small EM reinforcer, it looks like it just costs 17,000 as well. That's why we were looking at it, right? Like, if this only costs 17,000 to put on the ship, might as well just put it on the ship. So we go EM, right? So it's just a few market details. Is it actually 17,000? 36,000. So it's 36,000. That's still pretty cheap. So you can right click, we can buy one of these. We just throw one in the simulation to see that. And we can probably even get a second one, right? So we just buy 2 EMs. They're pretty cheap. And just buy the thermal shield. Thermal one. Alright. That would bring all of our resistance to roughly about 50%. So we see 2 EM, so we can just view market details. We could buy one more of these small EM shield reinforcers. That's what we're going to do. And then we can have this thermal shield reinforcer. So we just right click, view details. This one just costs 20,000. So consider they're so cheap, there's no reason not to put them on. We were looking at that. So all you have to do is drag them on here, drag it on there, and it's telling you the only way to remove this rig is by destroying it. So if we wanted to replace this rig in the future with something different, we'd have to destroy it. So any money that we spend towards these, if we wanted to change it in the future, we'd have to destroy it. Or if we wanted to package our ship, Which doesn't matter, it's 36,000. 36,000 is barely anything. And increases our resistances to around 50%. So I don't think we couldn't get that thing, right? You can just sit here, play with your ship, and try to fit everything, check out all the different modules, see what they do, see if you can find something that works, right? If you simulate this, so we still can't fit this thing, right? Yeah, we don't have enough CPU to fit that thing. Alright, so we had an idea to replace this with something, but we don't have enough CPU to replace it. We could have gotten a rig to allow us to get it, which probably could have been a good idea, right? If we get a rig to do that, right? We could simulate fit. Let's simulate fit. Let's go to small shield extender, right? If we were to unfit this, what we wanted to try to get was the medium shield if we could. Actually, that would give us CPU. I would think we'd be able to get a power grid for that, though. It wouldn't work. We wouldn't get that. If we were looking at the shield extender, then this thing. So if we were to go like this thing increases our resistances, right? 53, 49, 45, 54, multi-spectrum shield hardener. 58, 58, 56, 63. So it increases resistances a bit. We would just need more CPU, right? So you can remove one of these. 58 down to 57. I guess they're both exactly the same. That go down to 41. This will go down to 47. So that's interesting. They both say 58% resistance, but if you remove this one, it only goes down to 47. And if we remove this one, it goes down to 41%, right? So we can even use that to judge which one should we remove if we're going to remove it. Let's remove the EM one. It's probably just because there's two EM things, that's right. So do that. Go like this. 47, 57. Then we just delete this one. Small EM shield repair. Destroy this. And then we can try to get a different type of rig. So I think it's a engineering rig, right? Electronics and sensors upgrades? No, it's not. Oh, we don't have rigs. We're looking at rigs. We're looking at rigs. Engineering rigs, maybe. So let's just see if something raises CPU. This does, right? You just hover over it. You're just simulating your ship. Like you said, that's how you find what it does. We're looking for the module that increases our CPU, so we hover over these, and we found it. The small processor overclocking unit. So if we get this thing, we could replace it with that. And just be using this thing instead of that. If that makes sense. Increases our resistance is not even that much, right? 45, 54. Maybe it does. Maybe we'll use it, but then our thing depletes so soon. We don't need this shield booster, right? $250. Maybe what we had was alright. Maybe what we had was alright. We'll just leave it. So there we go. So I think this is a good fit then. We got 144 DPS to fight the pirate. We got rockets here. We got afterburner, the small shield extender, the small shield booster. And we got some rigs to make all of our resistances about 50%. And then the damage control, right? This thing just increases all of our resistances a little bit. Not so much our shield resistance, more our armor and that. This laboratory operation 1 is complete, right? So as we're training these laboratory operation skills, if we go to industry up here, right, it'll show science jobs. We can have 2 science jobs. So once you actually start setting up science, maybe it'll be at the end of the day or something. We'll just train him till he can get 3 jobs, and then switch to the other one maybe. But we're all ready to do the Sisters of Eve arc. I think we should we'll just always be trading on the character or playing as, right? So we just pause here. We got our ship set up, right? Our ship's fully fitted. We have it ready to go. We have this one. So let's just do the same thing for our other character. Just go on here. We're just gonna trade a bit on here. So alt game's alright, right? It's not too bad. Maybe just in our mind. Maybe it's not too bad just in our mind because we have a end goal for them. We have a good goal for them, right? You trade. Oh, wait a minute. What? That's Operation 2. Is this? We're confused. So I think this is the other character, right? We could check out the ship fitting. This shouldn't have the rigs on it. Alright. So all we need to do is get the rigs then. So we know what we're buying, right? Browser rigs. We can just go with shield rigs. I would just do it again here quick. Simulate. So it's called the EM Reinforcer Shield, yeah. So he's got one of these, right? We got one EM Shield Enforcer. And then we got one Thermal Shield Reinforcer. Oh, we got two EM Reinforcers, right? That's right. So we bought two of these. Two of these EM shields. They bought one thermal shield. And then we just threw them on. Yeah, so I guess we could even click this button, right? Do not ask me again. Because we know the only way to remove a rig is by destroying it. Went over that. If we click this button, it won't ask you again. If we already know about that. So there we go. The ship's set up exactly the same as the other one. So we got that set up. I don't think we even had to pause trading on it. We just had to switch to this character, set up his ship, and then switch back. Whatever the case, we're trading a laboratory operation here. And now we just have to go do those missions, right? We have antimatter. We probably need to buy more of that. All we need to do is just buy some more ammunition then. We're supposed to use this spectrum, or we use the small shield. We don't have space for that. That's right. Alright. So let's stack everything. View market details. Then we'll just buy like 4,000 of these, maybe. So hopefully 4,000 ammunition should be enough for it. Got enough rockets. Got these. And there we go. Now we're ready to go. So this ship. We just go to the left here to the agency. We go to agents and missions, epic arcs. And then we just have to go fly over here, right? Go talk to her, set destination. Then we just do it on this character. So it's 15 jumps away. We already have all this done. Once we're done all of this, our science skills should be trained, and then we can maybe even set up science on these characters overnight. We can set up science jobs before the day is done. So we got everything. So all we're going to do, undock to the station, fly over there. There's going to be 50 jumps. When we arrive there, we're going to start these Sisters of Eve missions. Wonder if we should even fly there with the other character, right? It's going to lag a bit. There's so many people here all the time. So if we warp, even like a group our guns, right? So we know for most of the part, Sisters of Eve isn't even too difficult. It's just that final fight that we need enough DPS to take them out for. There's like 2 other difficult fights in it. Probably think we should have too much overall. Do we have to activate this, or is it always active? So you check, right? You click. Like, can we activate them? No. It's just the shield booster, the afterburner. That's it. These are passive modules. Alright. So let's wait till we get to the Sisters of Eve place then. Alright, so we just arrived. So we're at the Sisters of Eve Burrow. So this is where the Sisters of Eve quest line starts. So we already did it on our main character, right? So if we can do it on our all characters, all it does is just gives us what, like 15 million? Maybe it gives us around like $15 million, right? So our alt has like 8 billion. He has $8 billion already, and if we complete this, he's gonna have that. So we're gonna have over 20 million bucks, over 20 million bucks, plus the reputation. So it's just 7 different chapters, right? We already did this before. For the first time, this was the first time we ever did these Sisters of Arc. We've played Eve for so long. Played it for so long, we never did this quest. We always just went straight to missions, but this thing's amazing. It's so quick. A lot of these missions is just go talk to this person. It'll be like go over here, go drop this off. Not even that many of them are even combat missions. It's like every single time she tells you go talk to this person, that counts as a quest complete here, and we don't even have to dock up on any stations. So that's actually pretty sweet. So if we'll check it out, right? We're gonna have to come here on our alt character too, right? Approach the right ship so that she's gonna tell us to warp somewhere. So maybe we'll just do that, right? We'll just do that. It's just a lot of warping. So we'll get both of our characters over here, and then they can do that. It's trading a laboratory operation. So since it's just 15 warps, it just takes a while. It just takes a bit to warp out there. We'll get this done on this character too. So when we actually log on to him, all we can do is just jump straight to the missions, right? So it says it's 13 jumps away. So I think we just set our destination there. Yep. Looks like we did. Alright. Make sure we got our ship up, right? We got ammunition here. So we got this character. He can go do the same thing. 144 DPS. And 50% all resistances. Says go do that. Let's go do that. Let's go to the agency, right? We already showed it in this episode, yeah. So we're gonna go jump another 13 jumps to go talk to her. 13 jumps. Is that the right system even? Yeah, it gets so laggy when you get out here, right? It gets so laggy because it's loaded up all the ships. There we go. Yeah, I think that's where we're going. It's 0.6 hard on. So we'll see her on this character. And then maybe we'll end the episode, right? We'll end this clip. We'll end this episode, and then the next episode will just be our progress of us completing the Sisters V about these characters. And maybe even going to do some side jobs at the back of the main place. So it's also going to be missions too, right? It's going to be like warp 9 jumps, talk to him, that counts as one. Warp 7 jumps, talk to him, that counts as one. So a lot of these missions are also going to tell us to go like warp 9 jumps away, warp 7 jumps away. That's what a lot of them are. A lot of them aren't even difficult. There's the gate gap, right? Those guys are waiting. He's watching. He scanned our cargo to see if we're holding hundreds of millions so he could blow us up and take it. But we didn't have the hundreds of millions, so he let us through, right? Those gate caps. You can tell because of the yellow square by their name shows that he's a gate capper. Shows that he's a gate capper looking to take your stuff and blow up your ship. That's what we figured out, right?